video?
Believe it or not, it will turn into video. I promise you that.
Oh, I don't really care if it does or doesn't.
First of all, I noticed that some of you guys are actually veterans, correct?
I'm not. This man right here.
First of all, thank you for your service.
Why, sure.
Now, it's interesting, you guys are not anything what the media says was down here, you know, as far as a bunch of young snot-nosed college kids that are living out there. And that was no offense to your age, by the way.
What are you talking about?
We're
24, 23, 22.
What's your name and where are you from, sir?
My name's Stack. I'm from Asheville, North Carolina.
And you?
My name is David, and I'm from Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And I'm Kenneth Ash from Marshall, North Carolina. It's a little north of Asheville.
I actually know where both of them are. I originated in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you guys actually support what's going on in the October11.org?
Oh, hell yeah. I've been in on it from the very start.
Have you?
Yeah.
I'm curious about something, and I've asked several other people. Thursday, Obama actually confused this group with the Occupy Wall Street crowds.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's
saying
easy
that,
enough to do.
saying that he felt your pain, and I was just curious because I went online and read on the October11.org site, and one of their biggest concerns was corporate donations to politics or candidates.
My pain is a lack of democracy in this country. Our government has been bought by the corporate lobbyists. The campaign donations are what directs our government's policy, and you know, this was supposed to be a government of the people, by the people, for the people, and now it's a government of the corporations, by the politicians, you know, and for the corporations, and you know, that's not democracy.
And I notice you're actually saying politicians in plural as opposed to identifying one party over the other. So bear with me on this next question. Has anybody out here started discussing or opposing the fact that Obama's probably one of the biggest beneficiaries of corporate donations right now?
I don't think anybody would object to that.
You don't?
It's mentioned from time to time out here, but it's not the big issue.
Okay.
Yeah. Obama's just another damn politician, just like all the rest of them.
You know, somebody on MSNBC actually would agree with you on that, and I was surprised to hear him actually say just that on Thursday. So how long are you guys going to be out here?
Probably as long as it takes.
You know that the permit for this expires tomorrow, and I know that they were saying something on the website about they were going to try to actually stay in Freedom Plaza.
We will.
They are? Okay.
We will.
The object of civil resistance
You know.
is to provoke a response.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, if you only knew who was asking you these questions, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Remember, they asked Obama a second question after that, and he came back with an answer, what he always does, but he was a little scared.
Yeah, actually,
I haven't been on a TV.
Actually, he was. He not only said he felt your pain, but he actually, when he confused the two groups, he actually said that the Occupy Wall Street was basically the sentiment of the American people across the country. And the sad part is like I said, he and Jay Carney didn't even bother to research what October11.org was.
Right.
You know.
In terms of it being PFP sponsored and
yeah, I mean, I went.
The anniversary of the war. How about that?
I mean, and
yeah. This is the anniversary of the Afghanistan war.
Right. So.
Or the U.S. war on Afghanistan.
So you being a veteran yourself, what's your feeling about the fact that two U.S. citizens, regardless of what they were accused of, were ordered killed by a sitting president by drone attacks 2 weeks ago?
I think it's outrageous.
Do you?
I mean, wait a second. U.S. is based upon the rule of law.
Right.
And equal justice for all. If the guy did something wrong, if he was a danger, capture him, put him on trial, let's hear the evidence. But no, that ain't the way we do anything. Well, there's assassination squads inside the U.S. that you know, the government is now targeting. Well, probably has been for a while, but I'll just say now.
Well, actually, I noticed your sticker.
Assassinating people here. This ain't the America I fought for.
Okay. And I kind of agree with you. I mean, I'm not exactly a spring chicken myself, but I've noticed, I mean, I pleasantly surprised that this is definitely not what I've been seeing on TV as far as the Occupy Wall Street New York. I'm not seeing anyone here slapping at and grabbing at someone saying, you know, that they're against them because they have the money. So that's leading me up to my next question. Have any of you guys, and I'm assuming no since you've been here, but have you seen the video that was uploaded online by the Occupy Wall Street group where a couple of young kids were actually slapping at and grabbing at an older Jewish man, calling him Jew man and telling him to give him some of his money?
It wasn't posted by Andrew Brietbart.
No, actually it was posted, no, actually, I take it you don't like Andrew, huh? You know, in all fairness, I have not met the man. I have spoken with him before, and you know, I think Andrew, just like anyone else that runs websites, tends to get just a little overjoyed sometimes when they get something, and tends to be a little quick at the send button.
Yeah.
But I think if you actually met him and sat down and had a conversation with him, I think you'd find that you guys probably hold more in common than not.
Well,
I mean, you know.
and there's a whole lot of this sentiment in this group here that the Tea Party would share if they just take a minute to listen to what's being said.
I'm glad you brought up that, because see, now MSNBC is actually comparing. What do you guys feel? Should anybody in the media or any politicians refer to this group as being terroristic in nature because they share common goals and decide to occupy the plaza like they did the Tea Party? Or do you think it's unfair that one group be called terroristic and another group be called organic?
Is somebody calling this a terrorist group?
No, actually, that was the comparison on the news, actually. They were comparing the fact that this group has not been called the names that the Tea Party groups have been called by some of the mainstream media. And they're wondering...
This is the most peaceful, low-key, loving kind of a group of people you're going to find.
Okay. I've actually been to one Tea Party rally, and I would tell you that I think the feel was similar to this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was a shared a goal, and you know, it was a respect for each other's opinions, and I'm just somewhat curious as to why this particular group is being touted by Nancy Pelosi and others as being organic and grassroots, and the Tea Party is being touted as terrorists and who want to string up people of color on trees. So.
This is because they are politicians and they find whatever they can to create dissent and controversy and divisiveness, and to keep, you know, it's divide and conquer, keep the people divided, and they can go ahead ruling however they want.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate the fact.